what looks to be the 2024 niche. He's asking, what's the 2024 niche? Guys, the reason he's asking that is back in 2020, every single year I've kind of had a theme. I've kind of had that niche that I focused on. So 2020 for me was tree service. Basically what it was is like, I had a bunch of websites built that I hadn't sold that were producing leads, right? And so I'm like, I'm going to sell all those and I'm going to pick one niche to focus on outside of that. And lo and behold, I decided to choose tree service. So I spent all my time doing tree service and a couple of these sites that I had built. So tree service is where I made majority of my money in 2020. Now I had a one here, one there. Tree service was our big one in 2020. Okay. 2021, when we did 1.45 million, that niche for me came on accident. I was outside in my flip-flops and my shorts, and I was getting a bid on artificial grass, which had never really been on my radar. And the guy said to me that the contractor, he goes, dude, what the hell do you do for work? Basically, he was asking why I look like a bum. And I lived in a nice house and it was like 11 in the morning and I hadn't showered yet, kind of thing. He's like, a nice way of saying like, how do you live here and look like you do? And I was like, dude, I generate leads for business owners. And he's like, okay. And he's like, could you generate them for artificial grass? And I was like, yeah, I might be able to, probably. So I'm like, here's where I want artificial grass. You start measuring it up and then call me and give me a quote. So I come right up here to my office. I start doing the homework. I'm like, dude, this might work. There's actually search volume. CPC's low. And I'm like, dude, this really might work. So I did my strategy, baby. I put up a landing page. I set up ads. I ran ads to the landing page. And before he even called me for a bid, I called him and I said, hey, Brian, remember you were asking about leads? I'm like, I already got you one. Plugged him in. Boom. He went right over. The guy's super chill, super calm. I think he closed that one or the next one. I sent him 2-3 leads. And I ended up getting all of my turf in my backyard with like a pad of grass or a putting green completely comped. I was like, hey, I'll give you the next year on me. It's $1,200 a month. You just told me it was, whatever, $14,000. Let's just do a straight swap. He's like, done. So I got that done. I did do my side of my house, the front of my house later. I paid out of pocket, but he gave me a deal. So that's how I stumbled. So 2021, I did that at the beginning when I was finishing my yard, and that was like my niche, and I focused on it. And 2022 was the year of concrete, right? As you all know, concrete. All of us have concrete deals. 2023, everyone's like, dude, you did tree service, you did artificial grass, you did concrete. What's this one going to be? And guys, in 2023, I didn't have a different niche that I was like, I'm so sold on this as like my main niche. What I had was like a couple of niches that I liked, but I didn't love. I liked them enough to do a couple sites here, a couple sites there, but I didn't have any that I was like, I'm super, fanatical about this niche. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, a couple of the ones that I really like right now, don't love them. I'm not all the way sold, but I do like them. Is number one, I love, or I could say like masonry. Masonry is a good niche. I've made a fair bit of money in masonry. I also like fencing quite a bit. I think it's one of those, fencing's one of those like tree service. It's been around for a long time. People have talked about it for a long time, but no one's really like splattered it across the internet. And so there's still a lot of deals. Fencing right now is kind of like, to me, what concrete was at the beginning of 2022. And probably if we keep talking about it by the end of 2024, it's going to be destroyed. Everyone's going to be looking at it. That's completely fine. Because guess what, guys? Just because there's somebody in your city that's got a website ranking does not mean you can't go behind them and do the same thing. And it doesn't mean they even have a client. And it doesn't even mean that they're even paying attention to their website. Okay.